Hey everybody, what's happening? This is part three of what is shingles slash post-herpetic neuralgia or PHN. And part one, I said basically was talking about if you have chicken pox, it can come back, and it's the same thing. It's can be very painful. And 1 in 3 people that have shingles have serious complications beyond their shingles outbreak. Um, for me, that's post-herpetic neuralgia or PHN, and the medical technical term is herpes zoster with complications, as far as I understand. And so far, for me, the prognosis is permanent damage. I mean, nerve damage and the symptoms that go with that. I'm in year 2. Let's see, 20. I had it Father's Day 20. Shingles outbreak Father's Day 2020. I'm sorry, 2019, and I'm actually in year 3. So it's painful. Look it up. That's verified in a lot of different literature out on the internet. Then part two, I talked about usually there's something that triggers it. Doctors went through rounds of testing with me. Started with the most obvious, couldn't find anything, kept drilling down deeper and deeper, and finally they just asked me, like, we can't find anything, like, what triggered this? So, of course, I'm not going to tell them what their medical opinion is. So I can tell you what my non-medical opinion is. It's stress. This is post-herpetic neuralgia is my 4th round, basically, with some mystery medical condition that has no underlying condition to trigger it. So it's like same story, different monkey, or whatever. That's not even a saying, is it? Same story, different medical ailment. Just like scratch your head, what the hell? How did this happen? I don't know, but I do. I do because my road was it was fast lane, balls to the wall, for a politically incorrect way to put it. It was pretty hardcore, hardcore work, hardcore fun, like go go go, like maximize life, live loud, as I like to call it. It has its ups and downs. So for the record, like shingles, the actual outbreak, when I didn't know what it was, but funny that the emergency room nurse was just kind of laughing. She's like, "Oh, you have shingles," and I'm like, "It doesn't feel funny." It feels not funny, but the pain there was not just the blisters and the sores. It was my whole body. Like, I don't know. I've had the flu once, really really bad when I was a kid. Like, knocked me out for a week. I mean, I was just so overcome with, I don't know, what do you call it? Just when you feel like you got hit by a truck, and you're not moving. You can, but it's like it's just it consumes your body, and it's kind of an overwhelming. It's not just the burning and sores from the burning and pain from the sores. It's like your whole body hurts. Pretty intense. So shingles is not a joke, unless you're dropping them off the roof while you're trying to put them on, and that's going nowhere, isn't it? I tell you a shingles joke, okay? During Hurricane Ike, which was Category 2, and it made landfall near Houston, I had the worst damage I had to my house was half a shingle broke off. Oh yeah, it's not even funny either. Um, giving up on the jokes. Okay. So part three is oh, part two. We talked a little bit about medication. Doctor basically said for medication to relieve pain, it's neurological medication and it's going to have neurological side effects. Well, I found that those were pretty intense for me, so for whatever reason, I decided, well, I'm not going to take medication that makes the problem worse than what I have. So I quit taking it. But that's not to say, again, like I said in the other video, it's not to say it doesn't work for other people. Like some people take neurological medication and they're fine. That doesn't have it doesn't have the same effect on them. So I'm not knocking the meds. I'm not like anti-medical. I'm not taking it for me. It doesn't work for me. Doc, you do you. Me, I'll do me. That's me. I take aspirin and aspirin. You know, but this is not an aspirin ailment. Aspirin's just going to take whatever edge off the scan. This is a whoa, yeah, one of those. So, but it's like, well, the idea is learn how to cope with it, because and it's not like, you know, everybody has their thing, or a bunch of them, like, you know, maybe you experienced a tragedy in your life, maybe you have a medical condition, maybe, but we all learn how to cope with these. So basically, over time, you learn how to cope and you move on with life. Pain with or without the pain. It's like I happen to go on with it. So, and for that matter, I'm in year 3, like I covered earlier, but it's still significant. So, I would say, short version of the story, it's peak pain, mostly when my body's tired. So, getting in late afternoon to, you know, bedtime is it's getting noticeable again every day. And nights are like, don't know what happens while I'm sleeping, but I'm not sleeping comfortable. I mean, the tossing and turning has to be pretty intense. I mean, I'm not going to take a video of me sleeping without that signs. But when I wake up, it's like things are chaotic. Like I wasn't comfy, apparently. Well, and I know that I wasn't, because it depends. I have good days and bad days, good nights and bad nights. The worst ones are I'm up every hour, and it's you wake up feeling like I said the other day, car wreck, fell off a 2-story ladder onto concrete on fire. Like, it's like, what the hell happened to me, you know? And it's like, oh yeah, I remember. Doesn't take long. Now I'm kind of used to, like, well, this is it. This is the way it is. I've done some things to counterattack it. The condition and what I'm living with, but I'll get to that in a minute. But I don't. Oh, and then when I wake up in the morning, that's maybe car wreck to got hit by a semi. It's the most intense, and so I woke up maybe 2 hours ago. Some days it'll wear off in 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. And I'm kind of feeling normal again. When I'm fully rested and not a lot going on, I'm like living my normal pre-shingles life. But the problem is that doesn't last long. So I tried to say a short story, and that was not a short story. The short story is intense pain when I'm tired, and I get tired half as or twice as fast. Or I have half the energy I used to have. It's that significant, and people may say, well, you know, I don't know, you're just getting older and weaker or whatever, weak-minded or weak-bodied or both. No, there's a line in the sand from before shingles, after shingles. It's significant difference in pain and fatigue. The immune system gets compromised. It's a virus. It's a virus that I have. If you've had the outbreak, then you have the virus. It's been dormant since Father's Day 2019 when I broke out of shingles. And knock on wood, I won't break out with it again. There's things you can do. Like I could get the vaccine after a year. The shingles vaccine, not the other one. You know what? Here's my autograph. As long as I brought that up. But tell me how you feel. I'll tell you how I feel. I've had cancer survivor. I've had pseudomyxoma peritoni, which is a rare genetic condition or disease. Don't have that now, as far as I know. Knock on wood. I've had Bell's palsy. I've had shingles. I had post-herpetic neuralgia. Do you think I give a crap, two craps about COVID? I do not care. Like, I know everybody's running around with like chicken with their head cut off, like, oh my God, we're all gonna die, the sky's falling. No, it's not. Okay. This is one of thousands of things that can get you. Well, okay. Everybody needs to take a deep breath. Come on. Okay, it's not gonna get you. It might get some. I don't want to. I'm not saying it's not a thing, okay? But why are we running around scared crapless? Or I want to say the other, scared shitless. There, over a virus. Like there's hundreds of them out there. I've been through a number of them. I'm still here. Like, yeah, it sucked. It didn't feel good. I didn't feel good. Don't want it. Okay, yeah. But you know what? It's part of life, okay? And the number of these things I've had already could have taken me out back to as early as 2008. I could be dead right now. And I'm going to worry about like what the media wants me to think about every day and every minute of my life and look over my shoulder? No. How about no? So there you have. Now I'm done telling you how I feel. So just like other viruses, you can be immunocompromised, and it can come out trigger easier. Work, your reaction could be worse. Like our bodies don't last 5,000 years; they last 80, 90. So at some point in time, things are going to break down. Okay. That's me. That's just me. Okay. So there's things you can do about the treatment of it. Those are what I've learned to do is, what I think anybody worried about a virus outbreak or infection or whatever you call a virus problem can do is, why aren't they talking about it? Nobody's talking, well, mostly nobody's talking about it. Immune system, like, make it strong. I take probiotics. I try to keep my exercise up, which causes me more pain, but I want to live longer, so I'll take the trade-off. Because of PHN, if I do some exercise, some you know, anything to healthy like that, it's I'm gonna pay for it. It's gonna hurt later. A day, 2, 3 days, depends. And it's not a simple formula. Like, I do this intense workout, I get this intense result. Sometimes I can do really intense cardio and physical activity, and I get minor payback, or the response from the condition of PHN. And sometimes I'll do a little bit of something. It's like, holy heck, what the hell just hit me? It's not a simple formula. That's one thing. That's why I'm talking about this. It's so complicated. My experience was, anyways. And I'm just one patient, that person that has it. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not. Pardon me. I'm not giving you the scientific or medical, none of that. I'm giving you what my experience in reality was, because it's been such a significant impact to my life that I'm like, I've never heard of this. Like, maybe people should know. Okay? And this is what it's affected me. So I could discuss Bell's palsy I could discuss cancer, I could discuss appendicitis, I could discuss a number of things, but that I've experienced. But this one hit me the hardest, I think. So the scariest might have been cancer, because it can kill you. Like, it's more well known. But this one was just the rug came out from under me. I didn't see it coming. I had no idea what it was, and it was just like, kind of freaked me out. Bell's palsy freaked me out too, but it didn't hurt. Bell's palsy was just like, my face didn't work. Or this side did, it was active. But it kind of like made me afraid that it might be a stroke, but it turns out, thankfully, it wasn't. So there's things we can do. So I take probiotics. I try to exercise. I try to stay out of direct sunlight for long periods of time, because even it's funny how the energy from the sun goes right through your clothes. Like, you don't normally feel it. It's not that much or intense in it, but I feel it. Like, it in not just the surface of my skin, but inside the muscle meat. It burns. Also, cold burns. Just the effects are so, not to get dramatic. It comes at you from a lot of directions. I also good, very great person that I'm a friendship with for 40, 35 years. Paul, you know who you are, suggested CBD oil, not the THC get high stuff, but the oil from hemp or whatever, that it helps the night crazy stuff fall asleep peaceful, or trying to be peaceful and happy, and wake up and the pillows down by my feet, the covers are in a ball over by the off the side of the bed. I don't know what happened. It looks like I got like attacked in the middle of the night. But so it takes that. It helps me sleep better. So fatigue is a huge problem. I'm fatigued and I have pain, so I don't get much quality sleep. And then I'm fatigued and I have pain and I don't get. It's a vicious cycle. So the CBD helps break that down. For me, that's what's helped me. Other things that affect it are, well, I get in direct sunlight. Don't get me wrong. Sunlight is very important. It's part of the immune system health cycle. Like, do not hide from the sun. The problem is you can get too much of it, which is why people get triggered with shingles mostly in the summer. So, which was true with my case. I was in the middle of June. So you can get too much sun, But not getting any is not good either. Don't go in, I'm not going to go into, I'm not a doctor or health or nutritionalist, but sunlight helps our bodies generate vitamin D and healthy impacts that, from what I vaguely understand, help us have stronger immune systems. Probiotics do. Your immune system is mostly reinforced, and it's like Fort Knox in your gut. Your abdomen, your gut area is what is the Pentagon of fighting diseases. So with your immune system, so that needs to be healthy, and of course mine hasn't been. So I take probiotics. I take for herpes, you want to increase your zinc intake every day, and your zinc and lysine. I take those. I take other supplements. You do you, I'll do me. That's my understanding with. I also get cold sores. So there's two different types of herpes I'm fighting with, or trying to keep dormant, because I have these supplements that are known to reduce triggering these viruses and coming out of dormancy. So those are things I've learned that, and then I also, a big thing I've learned is I have X energy in a day. I have to use it wisely, because it's not X what it used to be. X has become like Q or T. It's not as big a variable. It's a smaller range. I would say it's about 50%. I can stay awake, or even sometimes I'm so exhausted or fatigued, I just can't even, I'll fall asleep sitting in a chair. I'll just fall asleep. And it's like, that's not supposed to happen until I'm like 80, right? I mean, sorry 80-year-olds, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not 80. But I didn't think it would happen so quickly, or at this age. 55 is what I am. So, but fatigue has been cut in half, definitely. So I have, if I have this much fatigue, or this much energy in a day, when I used to have this much, use it wisely. Because once you get to here, it's over, Jack. I mean, you can keep going, but A, it's going to cost you in pain and more fatigue, and B, you're not going to be very effective. Not being like completely exhausted. And so this is a daily thing. Some days are good, better days. Some days are worse. Okay, but on average, I have about 50% less energy. And people that know me well. I've been a go-getter, hit the road, like, lack of a better way to put it, balls to the wall, and go get you some. Like, that's been like fast lane, get out of my way. You know, that's been pretty much how I've driven, literally, my life. But no more. So it's kind of my body saying, okay, you can't keep doing this, dude. It's going to kill you. And no joke. I mean, I know what I've experienced, and I know what's driven it. So there's no medical test I can take that says it's stress, and I'm gonna be okay if I just do this. That's not how it works. And everybody's different, so like, how does it affect you? I don't know, but these are some experiences I've had and some things I've learned to hopefully help somebody out there. I mean, hopefully. It was just like blindsided me. I had no clue. I want to talk about this. I know this is going to be a long video. But I'm sorry for that. But so about the year 2, like I'm about maybe 6 months ago, I tried to document what this whole situation is. And I just want to hit some of the highlights. Because like right now, I'm talking like anybody watching me might think, hey, this guy's fine. He's just yakking yada 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 about his made up drama problem. No, I'm in a lot of pain right now. But I can tell you, if I was 25 years old in my 25-year-old healthy body with no cancer and none of these things that I've been through since, and for an instant I could like flash forward into my body 30 years older, like now 55, and feel what I feel now, I probably would have screamed. I mean, I've been in a lot of agony, but like I said earlier, the things we learn to cope, we learn to deal with it. I'm not gonna just like walk off a cliff and not, quit. But we just learn how to take things in life, whether it's physical pain or emotional pain or psychological pain. Most of you listening have something that you've dealt with or you deal with. So this is just a more manifest physically. And thank God I didn't get to flash forward when I was 25. I would have been like, I ain't doing this, people. I'm not sticking around for that. But I'm sticking around. I'm definitely sticking around. I mean, this ain't no thing. No matter how much it hurts, it's like it ain't no thing. And I look at it too, like this is just me, but when I wake up in the morning with the peak of pain for the 24-hour cycle I have every day, it's like, good, I'm still here, It's like, that's the instant gratification of pain. When you wake up to it, it's like, yes, another day. I get another day. So, cheer up. If you've got post-traumatic neuralgia and it's new to you, you get to keep living, okay? Knock on wood. So, you know what? I'm gonna do a part 4. This is crazy long, almost a half hour. So sorry for that, but I think it's an important topic. I've never heard of it till now me talking about it. I've done a lot of research, and I'll try to cover in hopefully the last video. Well, no, why do the last one? I think it's the dialogue that should keep going. I want to hear what other people go through and talk about what's more common, what's more well known, what's not well known, what are some risks that you might have that you don't know about, like I still don't know about, but just the awareness thing is, and it's funny because I've done the Susan B. Komen breast cancer awareness 5K downtown Houston twice, and it's like that gets attention. Like when you go through that area downtown, or if you're in the race, or in the non-race part, or if you're if you see any coverage of it, it's like hot pink, everybody knows, and it's like, thank you. You're like, yes, and spread awareness. Make it known. It helps people to brace for impact, or to help others that are financially struggling through cancer or breast cancer, or they don't know what to expect. Like, it's scary. Give people, it's humanity. It's humanity. Like, we're here for each other, and we're all in this together. Can't we do that? Like, some of us believe it, some of us don't believe in that, and I'm one of them. So this just happens to not have any hot pink, and there's not a big TV camera watching us run /walk or whatever we do. 5 kilometers. So I'm just trying to start that a little bit here. I know there's hundreds of other things just be aware about and spread awareness for. This is what I know. Okay. Unfortunately, I know it a little bit too well. Like right now, like I'm in pain right now. Like people see the way I am, and it's like he's fine, nothing wrong with him. Okay, it's. I'll give you an example of how that may or may not be true. So Paul, a good friend of my adult lifetime, is he had a construction accident and he lost his leg back in '95. And if Paul, if you don't mind me talking about it, and I know you don't, so not this little bit. Well, he's got a prosthetic leg, and he pulled up to a Subway restaurant, and somebody yelled at him because he parked in a handicap spot. And he got out of his truck and walked into the Subway, and was walking in, he's like, they let him have it, like, this is the problem, you were parking in these handicap spots, blah, 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 blah. And so Paul pulls his prosthetic leg off and holds it up in the air, and he says, is this handicapped enough for you? Brutal. But hey, you had it coming. I mean, if you got it coming, you got it coming. So the point of the story is, or what happened, is that we don't know. We don't know what people are going through. And if it's a handicap spot, or if it's me talking, like, I feel like I'm fine, because I'm coping with pain really well, or if it's someone who is appears to be having a bad day, but we don't know that they just lost their father or mother or something. Like, humanity, people. Like, we don't know. And to be ignorant to humanity, what people might be experiencing, is, in my opinion, I'm just here to say it's my opinion, is arrogant. And to be arrogant is ignorant. It's ignorant of, look, if you were that important, God would have given you your own planet. Okay? But he didn't. He put us all on this one. So, apparently, we're all equal here. With that, I'll do that. I'll just keep talking about it. And I hope somebody, please, if you're watching this, talk about it. Share your experience. Help others. If you don't want to, well, I can't help you. I don't know what to say. But if you got something that you think might help, talk about it. Tell us. Tell someone. Like, this is not cancel culture, people. That's the worst thing we can do, is shut each other up. Okay? This is how we get through it. We're in this together. There's no other way. Okay? Anyways, till later. Thanks for listening.